They're in the silver standard.
That's it, working.
This is your life tonight, as you watch in here. Just let him get in here and sit down. And will you pass that red book to me there?
This your life, your wife?
He just sits down by the reporters here, so if the reporters could just... I can take these bins off, Nobby, and put some on that and see, because you can see better than I can.
I'm here to say.
You can see me out the side. Well, Willie Clark, born Sunderland Street, the 20th of September, 1912. William Clark, when you become of age to attend a Sunderland school, Sunderland Street and Hudson Road, where your parents found it difficult to get you there. After 3 or 4 years of indifferent schooling, the headmaster was pleased to see the back of you when it was time for you to leave. After leaving school, Bill, you find trying different jobs, and you seem to make no headway. There was only one thing you thought about: how the hell can I make a name for myself? And you took up amateur boxing. You made a name for yourself. 1 or 2 won't have a go at you, and after 2 years, at the age of 18, you turned professional. Then in the same year, you made the biggest ever decision of your life. You asked a lovely young lady to become your wife, and your wedding took place at St. John's Chapel in Chapel Street, the Moor Edge, on the 14th of June, 1930. This is her sitting right beside you. Isn't that lovely? Huh? All these years after. Then in the years to follow, you and your wife started a family. Grace, Walter, Florence, Frank, Joan, Walter from London, and your grandchildren. They were all supposed to be here tonight, but if they're all here, any of them's here, let's see them all in tonight, the Clark family. Any of them here, George? No, upstairs? No, can we have them downstairs, please?
No, they're not here, are they? No, there's a lot of people upstairs.
There's a lot of people upstairs. George?
Clark family one. Is that the magic?
George, just take this letter. People know that, but of course Billy Smith and all your old friends will know this. You were clever with your feet and you played football with one of the greatest footballs ever come out of Sunderland, the great Ray Carter. That was one of the boys. You played football with this fella. That's something to be proud of. From a gentleman also suffering from a severe handicap after a major operation, he made sure that his family would be here tonight, and he can't speak through the microphone, Nobby, because he had a throat operation and his vocal cords were taken away. And he's here tonight, Jack Torrance and his family. Is Jack Torrance and his family here tonight? Yes, he's here and he can't speak, but after a major operation, here he's here. Come on, let's give him a nice welcome here. Yes, he always remembers when you... He remembers when you were one night down the East End band room. Can you remember the East End band room? Jack tells me about it. When you were down there one night, you said you were round the streets, and one fella was always fancying his chances, always shadowboxing, and one night you put the gloves on. When you put the gloves on, you didn't get time to shape up. You stuck one downstairs, bang, down you went, John Thompson. You'll always remain friends, we'll never come back to the club. Well, that was it with him. You still remain friends, Nobby. There's nothing good about that. And we were fortunate once again to find a friend who went to sea with you. Unfortunately, the ship you both sailed on sunk off Seaham Harbour. And although the ship was sinking, your humour never changed. It was always a pleasure to be in your company, and there was never a dull moment. And he says, He's here to join you and make a successful night of it, and still remains one of your oldest friends, but was sank on the leaving wood just off CM Harbour with you. Fred Chesterfield.
Fred!
See you tonight. Let's give a nice welcome. He's here tonight. Lovely. Well, we're reminiscing just now, Jack, with them all. The next guest we found was William. You'd never seen him for 50 years. But as this guy here was telling, you've met him before, Fred, what can you tell us about this fella?
What can I not tell you about him?
Well, tell us some of the good things.
Mind you take some believing? There you are. Well, I'll tell you what. Of all his friends, there's nobody knows him better than the friends that went to sea with him. Because if you went to sea with Nobby, you had a friend for life. And although we were sunk, he never give it up. He says, we might get off this ship alive, we might not. I says, don't be so bloody daft, we've got to get off. We want a pint. If we're both just a mean to drink you. Well, we came through, Bill. We came through. Lovely, you came through. It's nice to see you here tonight to make this night successful. Just sit down right about here and enjoy yourself. It's nice, it's not, isn't it? Georgie Fraser puts this together. We've had a hell of a job, but we've done it for you. The next guest we found, William, has never seen you for 50 years. 50 years he's seen this guy. Although he himself is bad in health, he was more than agreeable to pay tribute to you tonight. Along with this good lady who remembers you as she belonged Plymouth and came from Devon all those years ago, you were with a gentleman on the Ethos. When it was sunk in the wash at the Norfolk, there you were lucky, but unlucky in other ways. But very lucky to be here tonight, because that ship was sunk on the 16th of the 2nd, 1940. It took 3 minutes to sink. And to this day, there still remains a mystery how it sunk. And as we found out in the shipping logs of 50 annual years ago, George Fraser and myself, this ship should have been in the annuals of the shippings that was damaged or sunk. And still, everybody is baffled. Even the man tonight who was on the ship that was wrecked with you went down in 2 minutes. So would you like to welcome a very old friend of 50 years ago, Tom Robson. Here he is here. This is the guy here. Tosh Robson, the ordinary seaman. We're just reminiscing here. Remember me, Bill, chief engineer, Bill Richardson.
Bill Richardson, the chief engineer. Mr. Harland, the captain.
You just chased his road. Of course you did. You took some catching. I pulled the ship on fire. Well, remember when you got into the boat? When I pulled the ball line down for you on the deck board? Get out into the pool? Do you not remember that? You were standing on the board deck when I came from the wheel. And you and the deck boy were standing there. It was pitch black and you couldn't get hold of the manhood. I brought the manhood when you went down, the deck boy went down, and I came down after you. I don't remember the boat, the ship was leaning over on top of her when she was going down. I can't remember now. You can't. I know, what is it? 4 years ago. Yeah. She took me a real pocket, I'm not going to leave. You made it for that knowledge, that's the gentleman here. Who made it?
Just now. No, just right now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this young lady is Tom's wife. She comes from Plymouth, and that's where she met Nobby then. Yes, you're okay. You can do this. You can do this. Do you want to do it now? Right. Well, this is a presentation to you, Nobby, from a ship that went down, a ship's wheel, from these people, for you. This is the presentation tonight. There you are. It's a play.
I was looking to see if I could find you a slice or a glass bucket or anything like that to give you, and I couldn't get one.
A slice of bread would
Even the engine room calculator. But that's the best thing I could come up with. And I hope you can steal the rest of your life through your way with that.
What nice compliment to get from a friend. Thank you, Tom, and your lovely lady.
I got it, boy. Well, Nobby. Which is the port? It's not about drinking now or when you're doing steering. Well, Nobby, going back to the boxing world, we found another fella. Great boxer in his time. Everybody knew each other in those days. And he's here tonight, the one and only Tommy Best. Well, Tommy's here tonight. He was a great boxer in his day, and he boxed you, and he was boxing leading contenders. He boxed you twice at the Miners' Hall in the Black Stadium. Unfortunately, he beat you twice, but no grudge was born. He's here tonight. Nearly 18 years of age, Tommy Best. Well, the reminiscence there, Tommy always said he should be a comedian. And although, Tommy, I'd like to tell you something about Nobby, about Tommy Nobby, that when he was talking to me about you, he was telling us that he'd boxed a kid from down the town end here, Jack Todd, and then Harry Craster, the great boxer from Middlesbrough, and Jackie Cassett, my uncle. Tommy beat him 3 times. There was Kid Tyson, Bob Rowlands, Billy Graham, and Chick Allen. Now, Chick Allen was a good pal of mine. It's nice. We're going to get them here tonight. We've got the best for you, Tommy Best. Let's give a nice round of applause. Well, as we get to the end of the book, little do you know, you would find, and I hope he's here tonight, is there anybody called Rolf in? Is he here, Rolf? Dickie Rolf? Is he here? Well, he promised to come down tonight, but he isn't here. But unfortunately, I can tell you, Nobby, we thought we'd find him. We found his brother. You boxed a fella called Kid Tyson. He lived in London at the time, but he belonged here. Yes, he belonged here. Kid Tyson, Albert Kid Tyson. You boxed him from the Northern Area British Bantamweight Championship. Unfortunately, he passed away only a while ago, but we had his brother in a wheelchair to come tonight. Unfortunately, he hasn't turned up yet. But nevertheless, he always says, all the very best, Nobby. You won the best. Bob Tyson. We have a fella here now who was one of the greatest boxers that ever came out of Sunderland. The boxing family is a legend in this town. We had the late Tommy Smith that boxed all the Towheels, all the Famishans, all the NBA champions and European champions, and beat some, and boxed the great Nell Tarleton, got beat for the featherweight championship Great Britain, and 13 weeks later changed the decision and beat Tarleton on points. Unfortunately, he's not here tonight, and his other brother passed away shortly after, the younger one, Jimmy. He's not here tonight. But we've got the king of them all. He's here tonight, Billy Smith. Come on, Billy, this is the kitty.
All over the world I watch boxing. Monica, New York, right away around. Everybody's right in South Africa left. I've never seen a man with a left hand like that.
He was one of the best, he still is the best. The one and only Billy Smith. This fella, Billy Smith, I'll tell you a little about in Nobby's life story. He boxed them all, and never forgets the time that one fella that he boxed and beat. He beat this fella 3 times. He was the greatest that ever come out of Scotland. And you must agree, Billy, that this fella fought Al Brown, the Panama kid, for the championship of the world. He was a champion of the world, but not for the championship. My old man was in his corner at the time. He got knocked in 8 rounds. But this man beat Douglas Parker 3 times. The greatest to come out of Scotland. And yet, twice, sorry Billy, twice. I'm giving you 1 extra. He's worth it, definitely. But he beat Dougie Parker twice, and if you can beat Parker, you can beat them all. He beat them all, the one and only Billy Smith. Well, as you can see, he's here tonight to pay tribute to you now. And at last, by no means least, is a young man who's been diving at the bottom of the sea to get something of a relic from the ship that you were shipwrecked on. He's here tonight and he's going to present you with something from that ship. He's been diving for weeks and weeks and weeks while George Fraser's compiled this. And he's here tonight. Let's welcome Vince Coates. This big lad here, he's got something for you. A support note from the ship. You've never seen nothing like this, have you? This is from the ship, the actual leaving one. This is the young diver. And that's the thing what's been given them tonight. Would you like to lift it up and show them, Vince? Show the people what you've been down diving for? Well, it's nice of you to do that, Vince. This is wonderful. For this kid to dive down there, you must have some bottle. Well, we've got many photographs of you with George Fraser, all your friends, all your family, the many people we've got here, seafaring friends. We've got time for you to have plenty of reminiscing for you. We've even got the pianist. People can sing, you can sing what you want, and you can do a bit of a song and a bit of a dance. And you can do the ranting. You've got the hat. You do them all. We've got all the photographs. George Fraser's got them all. You can show your friends. We've got the reporters here. We've got it videoed for you all the time, Nobby. All I can say now is, Nobby Clark, this is your life. Oh, this is lovely. Well, Nobby, this is something for George Fraser. Just to remember your friends here from 50 years ago. Nobby, you presented you with that wheel, that ship's wheel, to the dock road, other things. You have seen him in the street, rolling around on groggy feet. You have seen him clutch a lamppost for support. You have seen him arm in arm with the girl, doubtful charms. You was leading Johnny safely into port. You shuddered in disgust and grovelled in the dust. You were hundreds when you should have been and on the spree, but you have seen the rig and his gloomy back streets in the brig. Ploughing for us in Mr. Parted Sea, you have cheered our navy lads in the stately ironclads. You have raised a cheer for Tommy Atkins, too. You've known what is to fear, as pound the ships disappear. But when you were troubled much about the crew with quarried men, the weapons through some infested seas, and seize the food, you need to come safely into port. He's owned by no brigade, though neglected, not dismayed. It's a job of work, an honest sort. He'll fight the lurking Hun with his 18-pound gun. He'll ruin Adolf Hitler's plan. He's a tough, he's a nut, he's blinking lineman, but he's just another merchant navy man. That is from John Lofton's wife, from Plymouth, and it's for the put in here for George Fraser. And I can tell you a little story now that's in that book, and I'm going to tell everybody else. One time you were ferrying up into Germany, in Hamburg. And you came out and you brought some wooden mechanical dolls back with you. And as you got outside the dock gates at Tynemouth, you took these dolls out of the case and you started selling them. And a fella come along and he said, "Hello, Nobby. And God bless me, you put them dolls in that case a bit sharpish." He said, "Let's get into this German cruiser, the boozer then." Straight in, drunk as a pudding, he'd come out, and he'd been away to get the ship's, he had been to get the ship's stores, because he was on a little, what you call, then, it was a little boat, what you had to go and you had to pay your own food. And the skipper said, "Well, you're going up, Nobby, I don't feel too great." But he said, "I'll tell you what to do, get me a chicken, I'm not too good." So he went out, got plunked up, got the stores, and we got the skipper's chicken. And when he come back, he saw a little bird in there, and he said, "She'll help us out." And he went away, he said, "Excuse me, but could you help me out, please?" She says, straight away, without a doubt. He said, "Well, come up the gangplank with me." He took her up the gangplank, plunked her straight in the captain's cabin. He says, "Captain, I forgot your chicken, but I've got your no then." Right? How the hell he gets away with it, I'll never know. Now there, he's doing Napoleon. And that's it there. That's in the book. And I missed it out on purpose, but I wanted to tell it because it's better when you tell it. But once again, it's always a pleasure to see each and every one of you tonight. All the pals that I knew and you knew. Robbie and Nobby, this has been your life. Make a hell of a night of it tonight. God bless.
Well, put on my buddy Fred. Next time I see you.
You never know what you're saying.
Five cigarettes and one deal. 5 little fags underneath his jacket. 5 wobbles in his little tummy. And 5 little whips under 5 little chicks. He was lying on the subway line for the